Okay, that's good. Just waiting for Unity to load real quick. What did you do? We merged the incubation tank with the Starmancer core, so that's something I'm excited to try. And then also we did something. We added starting items around the player's base. I'm just waiting for Unity to load, so just waiting. If I turn this off, what'll it show me? Nothing. Boop, boop. But load screens can be fun too. I mean, it's importing. It's in the second iteration. It's been doing it for 2 minutes, 44 seconds. That right there. That one. It's done. That flavor does not mix well together, I'll tell you what. Also, Victor added a big slime monster. Pretty excited to check that out. I have a cold. That's probably not supposed to be there. That here. Probably not. Let me turn off the dev cheats. Let me reboot the library, and then we're good to go. We'll start this. We'll start this bad boy up real quick. Oh, I see. Well, sometimes you leave in debug messages on accident. And that would be the case here. You can't see it. I was in the writer. I'll show you anyway. Just to show. Well, oh gosh, did I recompile?
Tyler?
What's up, man?
If you want like the slime monster, you'll have to add it to the sewage dungeon.
If I want people, is it ready? Like for being in the game?
Maybe.
Alright, I'll add it.
I did like add it on my end.
When you made it, did you make an entity or something for it? What's it called? Slime Big, maybe? Slime Monster?
Slime Toxic Pig. Because I thought maybe there would be
Who did you copy?
Toxic.
You just copy the monster entity? Or did you copy the slime and then make a duplicate or something like that?
Yeah, I just copied the slime.
I mean, like a duplicate? Yeah, okay, I got you. When you say you copied it, though, I'm just curious. What do you mean? Do you mean that you press Control to duplicate it, or you dragged it into the scene, and then you drag it back to make it a prefab?
Just Control
D? Or whatever,
yeah.
duplicate it. I was curious. I'm just wondering how you did it. Yeah. Because you can do both, but I never.
Okay. Yeah, is there like a difference between?
I don't think so. Like if you drag a prefab out, and then you then we'll make a new prefab. If you make it an original prefab, it'll become a variant of whatever the base was of the thing that it was originally being. So it's like it seems to do about the same thing as duplicating it. Okay, slime big, toxic monster entity. Big toxic slime. The description is danger, which is sort of funny. I know it's placeholder. That's like no problem. Okay, I'd like to add this. So I'm assigning a sprite for it right now. This one's collect. Let's do this big one where he's like, whoa. Let's look at his hit point. He's got 5 health. Let's make it like, I don't know, 10 or something. That's significantly more, right? Let's make it 10 real quick. These are little things we gotta do real quick, dude.
Yeah, I didn't change the hit points, but I think I changed like the attack.
Change the attack amount of damage it does, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what good values are for speed and stuff. Every time speed hits 100, they get to go again, and then also they get like 30 speed every second or something. I'll just do 10. 10's higher than 0, so I don't know. I changed the cooldown from 2 seconds to 1 second. Hit chance 60%. That's pretty high, I think, or maybe it's low. I guess I don't know. There's kind of a big damage range here. I don't really like how big this range is. It's 4 to 12. That's like a 3 times. Like do 4 damage, it could do 12 damage. Seems like a big difference. Maybe not. I'd prefer if there was like a crit chance or something instead. Maybe that's the play. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't remember what regular slimes do.
Right, me neither. No idea.
Do they do like 4 damage or something?
But I feel like the regular attacks should tend to do about the same damage within like 10, 20% of each other. Nothing set up this way. I'm just telling you, just a thought.
Yeah.
And then like all the stuff I've done is not set up this way either, just because it would take time. But there's something weird, and they can do like a huge range of damage. But maybe there's not. Maybe it's not that weird. I don't know. Maybe you just get unlucky. I don't know.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Upset stomach. I guess it can still infect them. That's fine. Let's actually significantly increase the chance that it infects the colonist. How about that? That could be fun for this guy, right?
I did like the opposite and, you know, lowered it to... Because they get that perk quite often from regular slimes.
I almost never see my guys get that from a slime. Almost never.
Well, I guess it's because there's quite a lot of slimes. So
Maybe they
there's
used to.
quite a lot of slimes.
Yeah. But I almost never see them get that. I don't think the hit chance is particularly high, though. The chance of adding the perk. It's 20%. That's pretty high, though. That should be a 1 in 5. I figure most times probably die before they get that chance, though, to hit you. Combined with that they're pretty easy to kill. You very rarely see it. Fight bad monsters are usable. No, probably.
Like 100 slime that just assaults like a colonist. Because if the colonist is like the aggressor, then slime's gonna die so fast.
Uh-huh. Fight instigator. Blah 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 blah. Maximum morale to fight. Colonist.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about like those values at all. I was like, what am I looking at here?
Right. If you don't know what it is, you shouldn't change it, right?
No.
When did you copy this? When did you make this entity? Would you say more than like a week ago?
Maybe exactly a week ago.
Because it doesn't have some of these things that I changed.
Oh, when did you change it?
Like a week ago.
Oh no.
What's even different about this slime? Did you change like its renderer and stuff like that? Probably it. What if I just copy paste this whole thing instead?
Well, it's like the UI and the renderer, and that should be
Hang on, I'm not listening. Let's do the zombie entity instead. What's this deal with slime? Slimes are just not supposed to attack that much. What's this hunger situation? Notification reason blah 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 blah. See, these things aren't like super easy to add, dude. You can't just be like, oh, just drag and drop it real quick. Victor shows up 1 second before stream. You're like, hey, can you add the slime monster big real quick? Like maybe. Like, yeah, if it was added right now, it would be the exact same as the slime.
Yeah, it's fine.
Which would look cool. But that's all I'd be doing is looking cool. But wouldn't it be better if it looked cool and also we could play test it and see how it feels at the same time?
Of course, but then it would have to have, you know, decent enough values.
Uh-huh. And then maybe people would have to see it 1 week from now instead of today.
Yeah.
Not but that's why I'm just looking at the values. That's why I'm looking at the values right now.
Yeah.
I don't care what it looks like. That to me is not. It could look like a purple swirly bit. It could look like missing no from Pokemon for all I care. And then we play test it, and if it looks good, then it's like, okay, now it can look like Something cool. Why are these slimes? Just they just don't want to attack things, or what's this dealio? So we're gonna do this. Faction. Robot. Faction. You think slime should fight zombies?
Not sure.
Do zombies fight slimes? They do. So they might as well fight them back. Faction human. Faction undead. Faction xeno.
Well, it's kind of interesting if you have a lot of slimes in your base. Then comes like a zombie attack or something and the slimes defend your base.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that at some point there was a task where it says like slime should be a guard dog or something like that.
Yeah, there was a long time ago. Yeah, that was a long time ago though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be fun. Different guard dog would be better anyway. Though, like a legit guard dog would be better. Like a robot or something. Like a robot guard dog, for example. One of these no longer has keys that are used. Is it this one? It could be. Let's find out. Oh my gosh, what you doing? It's downloading something from external sources. What did I do? I actually clicked on the list and it was pulling up the source code for list. How silly. This one? Nope. How about, is this the same one I was just in? Might have been. Then it must be this one, which does not need keys. Right? Yeah. Okay. How can I do this in a way that doesn't break everything in the world? This doesn't matter, but this one does matter. Faction. I started watching that. You watched that Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix yet? You started it? It's pretty good. It stars
The Jeffrey what?
Dahmer. He was a serial killer in the United States in like the 90s. Killed a lot of gay men. He would like drug them and murder them and eat their bodies and stuff. You know, I don't even eat ass, so I can't imagine eating a person. I'm gonna copy this. We're gonna go to weapon, target, combat, copy. People say they eat booty, and I think they're just doing memes because I don't believe them, right?
Oh.
Let's go.
Each to their own.
They can say whatever they want to say. It's disgusting. You can say whatever you want. Literally, poop comes out of there. It's gross. It's disgusting. Should never eat that. Maybe like if they just got out of the bath or something.
And of course, you would require like extensive cleaning.
What's that?
Of course, you would require like extensive cleaning. It's not something someone would just do like. Yeah.
How much is too much? How much is enough? It's just like I like getting my toes sucked. I feel like that would feel good. I've never actually had it happen, but I feel like it was just something that might feel nice. But I understand that, like, you know, you just don't get that nice feeling in life. You don't get your toes sucked. It's too gross. I mean, all sorts of weird things, but you know, I've got limits, and those limits are fecal matter. Those limits are, the way if you're eating, but all you can think about is this is how like reoviruses get spread. This is how diarrhea gets spread. This is why, you know. All of my instincts and training say don't do this. I'd rather have a person lick my eyeball. Just because it feels good. Yeah,
like a major audience tag on the stream or something.
None. Oh, please. You think there's a minor watching that's going to be like, Mom! And contact Twitch support. Yep. Oh, they said something. Get the hell out of here.
Also,
booty, butt, pee-pee hole, vagine.
Like the viewer count dropped like from 2 to 1.
Pee-pee. Poopy. Okay?
Yeah.
Pee. Let's see. Does this look fucked up or something? Oh. Okay. This is gonna be negative 9. It is. We'll do 6. And then we're just going to pull up some factions. Robot, human, undead, xeno, player. I was gonna do the same thing again. I don't know. We're just copying the other slimes. Robot, human, undead, Xeno, player. This kind of is what we're talking about.
The faction stuff that you added the last week.
What about it?
Is this what you added last week?
Are you talking about when the slimes changed?
Yeah.
It might have been last week, yeah.
You also said something about like they would have speech bubbles.
The colonists will display speech bubbles if the colonists can talk to them now.
Oh, okay.
But they don't talk
so
back.
that's, yeah.
So like, if you see a dog and like had a speech bubble that said, "Hey dog," it's like that. But more like if you could just say, "Hey dog, I had a bad day today," it'd be like that. You don't see someone like, "I had a bad day." That's called the waste engine.
Oh yeah, I think I also changed the memory so that they wouldn't get like the positive memory from seeing the toxic slime. They would get the monster
You
memory
should try to
instead.
change as little as possible on these things, because sometimes. What's that?
Why?
Because if you don't know what you're changing, you might break something.
Oh, but I changed like the memory, and the memory should be, you know, saw a monster instead of saw a slime.
Yeah. Or it should be a new memory called like Saw Slime Monster or something. But that's why if you don't know what you're changing, you know, you should just try to change it.
Yeah.
Okay, into the dungeon we go. Let's see. Gotta find this entity to spawn. We have to drag and drop it. In here, what's it called? A slime monster big or something? Slime big toxic. Slime big toxic entity. Let's cut this by 10%. And we'll cut this by 10%. And we'll make this 100%. I don't need too many worms. Screw worms, right? Worms are dumb. Worms are boring. Apply. Then we'll see. Anyway, you should be careful about what you change because video games are just like a big house of cards.
Yeah.
Alright, rebuilding. Rebuilding all. Here we go. Hold on, rebuilding. Hold on, rebuilding. And it's done. Let's see these. Strings have same key. How annoying is that? Oh no, strings have the same key. That must now be changed as well. Did you rebuild the library before you committed it? You should do that every time to make sure there's no warnings.
I did.
Oh. Maybe you just didn't notice the warnings then. Strings have the same key. Melee warp drive. Well, that's going to be under slime big monster toxic. Did you, were you using an old version of Master, you think, when you made this?
Possibly.
Could have been.
Because I didn't update it for a week.
You should always update it as frequently as you can with Master because it has to get merged with Master eventually no matter what.
Yeah.
And it just prevents any conflicts. If there are conflicts, they were going to be there the whole time. It's better solve them quick. And if you can merge before you make your changes, then there'll be no conflicts. And again, if there were going to be conflicts, there'd be conflicts no matter what anyway. And it's better to change them early than later. But yeah, if you hadn't updated and I hadn't changed the text, and that's possible, because maybe you copied it and you copied it after or something. Okay, so I need the monster interface. No. Okay. Melee. Never. Okay, applying. 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 How do you feel about the bank vault idea?
Yeah.
The idea
Fun.
isn't that it's a bank vault, it's just like, I say bank vault as an object. Think of it more as like the,
Chest or something.
sure, or the Old Earth Monument or something like that. Not the monument, but there was like a thing. You made art for a thing that,
Wall, like technically. Well, or specifically like a wall.
I mean, it was basically a vault, yeah. It literally has supposed to have relics from Old Earth. I don't know. Yeah, it was like a vault, right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What do you think a good color for hostile is?
Red or orange.
I couldn't tell you what that is. I need the number.
Oh, you mean you want me to specifically name?
Yeah.
Let's see colors.
It's hostile though, so couldn't it be red?
Yeah.
You got one yet?
Was it okay with the hex value?
Yeah.
This one.
But do you have one? Do you have XI for me?
I have what?
A hex? You have a color?
Yeah.
For me? Yeah. What is it? That's what I'm asking for.
Oh shit. Oh, I just pasted it. I could say FC2849.
FC2849. FC2849. When OBS is up, Discord mutes all notifications by default and stuff like that. I can't see it unless you tell me. Like I can see it if I have like Discord open. If I see it, I'm like, oh, what's that? But I don't get like any pings or nothing like that. Like I don't get like noises or nothing. I should be good now. I saw that you made a scrap, like a starting scrap thing. What's that for?
That was just something like generic, like more of an immersive thing, like it's just scrap from, you know, the crash.
What's the purpose of the scrap? Like, what does it do?
I mean, you can harvest it and you get, you know, something like metal or...
Yeah, but not something like that. Literally, though, what's it supposed to do? That's what I'm asking. 'Cause scrap isn't a resource in the game. If it is, maybe it's a treasure or something. But like,
Yeah,
what's
that's a
scrap
treasure.
note supposed to be? Because it wasn't like it was set up in a way that like it would spawn scrap sometimes and maybe something else. So maybe it just wasn't finished, no problem. But just asking what the intention is of it.
I think there was scrap, and then mainly it would spawn metal, I think. But it would spawn like maybe 1 or 2. And it would just be something for the player to sort of hold on to until
What,
can
metal?
make something up. Yeah.
I feel like the player wouldn't hold on to metal unless there's some use case for it. Or if they do, I don't want them stockpiling metal in any case, early game. I'm just thinking of metal specifically. Like if it was like... I feel like it should just be an early game resource that you can get pretty easy no matter what, but it's like you can also just start with it or something also. Those resources. I don't think the starting resources should ever be something that's like mid-tier or higher that you want to hold on to, because then you don't, then the player doesn't want to use them because they think, oh, let me just hold on to this for a long time. Then you just give them a new thing that they have to deal with, even though they don't know what it is necessarily.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about medkits too. For starting, like I don't think you should start the game with medkits because it's like medkits are like a mid to high tier sort of thing. It's like something you unlock after several hours of play. And then when you start with it, it's kind of weird. You should start with like a lower tier medkit or something, maybe, if you're starting with any medkits.
Oh yeah, could do
that. The pros and cons of medkits don't change, you know. Like don't try to reverse engineer how can we fit medkits in. Instead, just be like, okay, the medkits don't work. What problem are you trying to solve with adding medkits and scrap? Like for example, what problem are you trying to solve with adding scrap debris? Is it that you think the player's too bored?
Immersive.
Something like that. So it's like you think they're bored or something. Like you think like, okay, if they had this, the game would be a little more fun. It'd be more immersive because like, oh, it's scrap. They're kind of cleaning up the station or something. That's what I'm asking. What's the thing there? Same with like starting with medkits. Like there's some reason you want the player to start with medkits. It must be like, you know, there's an idea that somehow the game would be better, more fun, something like that if there were medkits.
Yeah, I guess medkits are also immersive, but also the sort of like safety, feeling like you have a safety net. Like, oh, I have these medkits, and because I'm starting with them, I'm probably gonna like need them. There's gonna be like danger and stuff. So I'm also teaching the player that there are medkits, and when they run out, they're like, oh, how can I get more?
Right, you can start to play with anything to do that, so though.
Yeah.
Interesting. I see the resolution's messed up, so I gotta do this, maybe. There it is. Okay. The player's core isn't going to be customized right now, I don't think. Oh, that could be wrong.
Okay.
If it's blue, three eyes. Let's see if it's blue, three eyes.
Is it because of the new Starmancer?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it'll still work. I don't know. I just didn't check if it worked.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I wrote down to convert. Looks like it does work, though. Looks like it's blue, three eyes, right? So maybe it does work. I don't know. I just never made it work, you know? Also, there should be some miscellaneous bugs that are fixed because we're no longer loading a game, say, from the start, ever.
No. Yeah.
Like, issues with, like, daemon agents. Like, for example, probably the bug in which the recipe caches weren't saved correctly is no longer even relevant. I mean, I fixed it anyway, but that's just an example of something that might not be... Well, maybe it still is if you load a save or something.
Also, when you spin the station like that, like the sort of algorithm for the video, it's like it just turns into a blur.
That's funny.
Oh shit, what the hell is that?
What the hell are you talking about? Oh,
No.
that's the Abyssal Eye Portal, probably. It messed up, like, it was messed up like 2 weeks ago, too. Yeah. That's alright, though. There's actually a space colonist, which is sort of a surprise. They're pretty normal, they're just deaf. So, nothing weird there. Okay. Okay, dude. We'll just get this free colonist right quick. Come here, draft you. Fix this. Alright, we got our colonist. She likes cleaning blood, so, okay. Alright, we put the core on top of the bank, incubation tank, which is kind of nice. So you don't have to place it anymore, which I think is nice. So now it just goes over from the center. Goes like that. Looks a little bit better. Saves up some space too. And also it's removed from the tech tree. as well. Who started fighting? This person? Well, don't do that. Alright, Victor, you look at the random debris around the station. It just doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
Because of the
That's
floor.
Good. Yeah.
But it's the tooth. It's
It needs
probably
to be
maybe
more like
mostly the
grounded
factors.
somehow.
Right. It's just kind of there. It doesn't really look like it's a
Yeah.
debris. It just looks like just sort of junk or something. The junk might not be the right word, you know, but it just kind of looks like. It doesn't look any different than the asteroid nodes, you know. It just looks like, oh, it's just more of those type of things. It looks like maybe something organically grew or something, but it doesn't look like it's like littered with debris or nothing. Look at this freak just staring at the incubation tank.
It's funny that they also kneel down because it looks like they're trying to get a better look at
yeah,
incubation
right.
tank.
Loves cleaning blood. Frail. That's not so bad, actually. I should probably buy them, though. There. The physical therapist. Okay, well, I guess we can get some crystals. And some food. And let's try to track those as well. Let's track food. Space rations. Crystals. 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 I don't know how necessary it is to start with water. I know we talked about it in the last stream that it might be nice for farming. And I still think that. I still believe that. I'm just saying. What I'm just arguing is, you know, is it a resource that matters? Would it be better, for example, if we just added, like, more sources of fresh water on or asteroids? Would that devalue ice, though? What's the purpose of ice? You know? Because the hard thing with water is that in order to get the water, you have to get a water purifier, which is kind of high up in the tech tree. It's not that high up. I mean, it's like one of the first things, but it's like... Is it, though?
Yeah.
It is. But then you gotta get power and you gotta get the things, and... It's not really that hard. But maybe it'd be better if there was just a way that you could just put it off a little bit. That's what we're sort of trying to do now. So... it's just a regular recipe cache. There's moonshine in there. Another recipe cache. A lot of recipe caches out here.
What's the water purifier didn't require power?
Why wouldn't it require power, though?
But you can get it early.
I mean, I guess it doesn't have to require power. But then what if nothing requires power? Why doesn't anything require power? I mean, why don't crops... I mean, crops don't require power. But why, I mean, but for real, though, like, you could make the argument about everything. Like, if you wanted to get it earlier.
Yeah.
It seems to me that the purpose of purifying water is to give yourself a pretty easy supply of fresh water, and then before that maybe you have to scavenge for water, something like that, so you can get, so that the amount of fresh water you can get is maybe in a lower supply or something like that.
Yeah.
If it's like a manual hand crank, it could also work. If it sort of portrayed like that, if your colonist has to do it.
Yeah.
But it just seems to me to be the perfect candidate for requiring power as a water purifier, because otherwise you could just place them so early, you can make so much water.
Yeah. But a hand cranked one could be good for like a lower tier. And then like the hard one could be way more.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think it would be bad or nothing, but if you compare it to something else that we could just make instead, like we could make like a barbecue grill or something in the same amount of time, you know?
Yeah.
That seems like it'd be more fun. And also, if the issue is food, we could even add like a separate early game food source or something. That's really what we're talking about. It's just that the player might need this to make crops early game, just for crops. It's really just food.
And also oxygen, but that's like...
Nah, it's not really for that. I mean, yes, but you can use ice for that. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's like you need like water. Yeah, like you're not wrong, but in terms of needing water, then also in terms of feeling like they need water too. I think a lot of people might feel like they need the water even when they don't. That's a different thing, though. They make like a room, like a storagey sort of situation somewhere. It'd be nice to have more stuff that prevents me from expanding my base too, like that type of types of debris. I think would be interesting.
Oh yeah. Can you expand onto the resource nodes right now?
Probably. I didn't make it, so you couldn't. I mean, can you expand onto the regular nodes? If you can, then yes. I don't want to bug out though, so I'm not. Guessing I can place a floor. It would seem to be the case. I can place a floor. It doesn't seem to be stopping me. But I can't place objects, would seem to be the case.
Okay, yeah. That's fair enough.
That seems to be okay. The thing is, if I placed a floor here, it would remove this boundary floor, and then they couldn't get to it.
Oh.
But it had once they built the floor, I think they could get to it. So it's like sort of buggy in that sense.
Okay. Yeah.
What if this dude got damaged by the Abyssal Eye portal? This unique sphere generates unlimited power. I mean, you could just start the player with Abyssal Eye portals. And then, you know, then they don't have to worry about power. Except I need a research station, don't I? Did I rotate my camera, or am I just like... I did not ever rotate the camera. It's for not having an incubation tank. It's nice that the base is completely symmetrical, though.
Yeah.
For once. It's like, for once in your life, be symmetrical. Okay.
But then as soon as you place the research bench, then, yeah.
Well, as soon as you place anything, you know, unless you're going completely symmetrical. But the incubation tank's so big, it takes up like a spot, you know?
Yeah.
It's literally just a zombie just coming for something right now. Just kill the zombie. Kill the Riddick. Look at this big head man. He's gonna punch him. Ooh, that's a 2. It's a double. He's just gonna start suffocating. Upgrade module, not bad. Actually, just snag it for me, would you? Oops. Oops. I'm choking. I'm just pressing all the wrong buttons. Take 1 upgrade module, please. I guess we can check out the slime soon. The new slime monsters. Also, I think that not having to harvest my colonists is like a lot nicer. Just having to grow them, because I forgot already to harvest them. So it's the fact they just grow, like, it's kind of nice. I gotta make a storage room. Someone started fighting? Who started fighting? Yeah, that was forever ago. I thought it was new, but it wasn't. Oh, there's a monster slime somewhere. I don't know if I think I rebuilt the library after I did that. I remember rebuilding the library a bunch of times because of the translation issues.
I'm gonna eat Happy Meal.
He might. Unless I bash him. I need a builder. This guy. He'd be my builder. Cause you are my builder. Just kill the slime, please.
If they had like a loony bin, I feel like that could be fun for people for like memes as well.
Yeah, it could be. Could be for sure. Yeah, you could have lots of. You could have like a loony sort of crew if you want. You know, you could do that. It's no problem. The loony bin is fun. It's a fun idea for preventing game overs. Mechanically, it's a fun idea, and then also thematically, it's a fun idea. And also, it makes sense because you could just say you could also try to portray that the egos are somehow corrupted in the upload process. Yeah. There's a glitch. They're glitched people. Something like that. You know, which should explain their aberrant behavior. Perhaps the prisoners that were also, you know, prisoner lives matter too, or something. You know, perhaps it's an Australia/StarCraft situation, in which we're, you know, we also have these prisoners on board. You know.
Also, imagine if the colonies is literally like a glitch, like one of those creepypasta, like.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for my dudes to do their dude stuff.
Have you heard about the backrooms?
No.
Some creepypasta, and now there's like at least 2 games. It's about sort of being stuck in this like weird complex with a bunch of cubicles, and it's just like there are no windows, and then like entities start appearing, and the entities are like super scary, like weirdo things.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, storage zones. Let's store food. I guess 15 space rations. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hello, Catbot. Okay. Why are these people upset anyway? -2, I saw a monster. I saw a monster. I was hurt. I guess I want bats and stuff too, don't they? Yep. Eventually I'll remember the types of things the colonists need to stay alive, but not today. You're sleeping in a wall. Let's do this. Interestingly, when this happens, a lot of the early game activities take a lot longer because the colonists have resource nodes to mine at the start of the game, so you can't quite explore as quickly. And that's probably perhaps fine. You know, I'm just remarking on it.
Yeah.
I got sterile cosmetics, which kind of sucks because I have good sterile cosmetics for free in the dungeon. That's too bad. Also, there's a recipe cache right there. Oh my gosh, there's so many recipe caches here. I need a bedroom for these bozos, don't I? It's,
when you start, you probably feel like you need to like harvest all the nodes before you do anything else, right?
Right, because it seems like why not? They're free. You might as well. I can't promise that all the players will feel this way, but like my sense is like, okay, like I know that I'll need the food. Might as well get it now. Like when else I have no food, I know that I need it just because I know that I need it.
Yeah.
I really think it'd be good if there were nodes that not nodes, just objects that you just had to destroy. That would just block you from expanding in certain spots, and you don't even need that many of them. Just little rocks, like debris, that sort of thing.
Like the broken boundary floors that have like asteroids in them.
What about them? Oh.
I added like the visuals for them.
Oh. Yeah, it can't. That could be fine. It shouldn't look like it's. By the way, did you fix the sleeping sprite for the? In some other branch, did you fix if they're wearing a helmet and they're sleeping? Because right now it's still bugged.
Yes, but I forgot to come in.
That's fine. It's just the helmets anyway. They'll probably die soon because they don't have any oxygen. What was I saying? There's something about something. Who knows? Back to the vault idea, though. So the idea there is that, you know, maybe the good resources in a dungeon require something to get, like the reason that you're going to dive for them over and over and over and over and over again, you know? Like an easy example would be like a gunslacker at the pirate space. It might have like gun parts in it. Like that's an easy example of something like, okay, I could see why the player might want to go to that dungeon over and over again to get those parts, get that, whatever that resource is, or something like that. They're all so unhappy. It's like, gosh, they'll never be happy with anything, these people. Wait a second, do I have a bunk bed? Requires level 21. I can't build it, though. So I'll just give them this bed that I can't afford, and also a toilet, which I can't afford. I have a crystal shard, though. Once I sell it, I should be good to go. Also sell this Galarian. Did you write down that you have to fix the item selection?
So, no.
Thing? Just write it down so it doesn't get forgotten. It's the thing with their variable widths. So you can't click the buttons, for example.
The scroll bar.
What's that?
Yeah, what's the scroll bar? I fixed that on some branch, but maybe I didn't have to.
I don't know. I'm just asking for it down, not that like I care that you didn't do it. I'm just asking like if it's written down somewhere. Maybe it's only fixed in the window, the standalone window, but it's not fixed in the other one.
Oh, that might also be possible.
I don't know. Because it seems like in the standalone one it's working in this case. Let's see if it works in all cases, though. It doesn't. It's not fixed here either. That's the problem. I'm not trying to be negative about it, saying because as a fact, it's because of the way they're set. It was the way the width was set up. They're set up to automatically expand or something weird like that.
Yeah. And I for sure fixed it and tested it. I just don't think I committed it because maybe it was in the wrong branch or something.
That sounds like some sort of Git nightmare. I feel like I did a thing somewhere, but I don't remember where. And also, I never committed it.
Yeah, but I had intended to like fix it because I was just like crossing a box or like checking a box. And also when I tested it, I couldn't like reproduce the issue.
Make sure you just view all.
But I'm not 100% sure that it was fixed.
Right.
But maybe like 90% sure.
As we wait for my dudes to go to work. Oh my gosh, I found a tomato seed, Victor. Very exciting. Those my dudes get to work. I could improve morale. Don't want to. I need construction level like 20 to build bunk beds. And I just don't want to. So they'll be fine with bedrolls. There's a zombie about to fight somebody, dude. He sees a person. Maybe not. Oh, there he comes. You come here, dude. Just kill the zombie real quick. Can just 2 people attack a zombie? I think so. I don't think anything weird will happen if 2 people attack the same target. They should just die twice as fast. We're gonna do a punch. Misses. He punch. He misses. He punches. He hits. Cora hits. They both miss. They both hit. And look at that. They both get some strength out of it. They both increase their strength to level 1. Not that you can see, but they can. Look in the bottom right corner. Woo! Alright. I got oxygen emitters too. Need some shelves too. Like, I need so much stuff, man. Why can't I build these shelves? They require level 10 construction. And let me guess, I don't have level 10 construction. Alright, well, why don't you take this? Why don't you also take that? Don't go to the Abyssal Eye Portal. Bunch of biomass. Okay. Get another door too. Manual door. And also an emitter. Should be good, should be good, should be good. I could explore the dungeon, look for one of the big monsters. And see if it's there. The big monster hasn't wandered out yet, though. I'll airdrop somebody in. I'm going to airdrop this purple person. Let me do this green person. Actually, they're kind of sad. Who's the least sad? I'm going to make them a +5. By making them happier.
What's the monster like spawn chance in dungeons?
What do you mean? Which one are you talking about? The chance of any monster spawns, or the chance that the big slime monster spawns?
Monster spawn.
100%, I think. Or maybe it's like, maybe there's a 10% chance of no monsters, maybe like a 20% chance of 1 monster or something like that. Maybe like a 20% chance of 5 monsters, but there's gonna be a monster.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, there's like a chance that no monsters spawn, and that's possible, or like no monsters spawn or something. But high. It's very high. Because like every single monster that's spawned in here I placed them in here, so in code. Oh my god, draft, you punk. I forgot to draft him. I was like, why is he moving still?
Well, I think there might still be some monsters that are spawned like from the tiles.
Left or other. But there's it's maybe 0. Maybe there's a chance it's 0 spawn. But other than that, it's going to be a decent amount, because maybe the idea for some variety, maybe some dungeons are just empty or something like that.
I think there are some rooms like the slime layers has like a manually placed monster.
Yeah, it could.
And the power room has like the power jelly.
Yeah, basically if you see any worms, probably it's for sure they spawn there. Walk through the airlock. Go, 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 go. See, there's a big slime monster right there. It increases movement speed too. That could make it perhaps spookier. See, it's right there.
Yeah, too.
Produces periodically. That's not true. See, there's all the little things like this.
Yeah.
I think it fixed. Also, what's it supposed to drop when it dies? Just goo?
I set up so it could drop special oil. Because I was like, oh, well, that's like a high
I
tier.
like the way you're like, I didn't change anything except for the following things.
Yeah.
Like every time there's a little bit more. There's a caption on them, so you should change. Is special oil tier 2? Why doesn't it drop refined galarium? Why does it drop special oil? I'm just asking you for a friend. I'm trying to understand your thought process.
It was like a higher tier, like slime. So.
Yeah, just to be clear, I'm not saying your thought process is wrong. I'm just trying to understand it.
Yeah.
Like I'm asking, like, why did it drop? I could have dropped a tier 2, but you made it drop a tier 3. Is your idea that it should maybe be a little bit tougher? because that matters for balancing. Like maybe like okay, maybe it's kind of harder to kill. Because special oil is pretty good. It's worth a decent amount.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
I
Again,
think
there's nothing
maybe-
wrong with it dropping it. I'm just saying like it's
Yeah.
kind of a lot.
I think I made the chance really low though, like maybe 20
It's
or
currently
30%.
40%,
Oh,
which isn't
okay.
that high, but it's also not that low. Also DNA fragments, but I don't really like using monsters for DNA fragments. I think it's weird. Crystal shards, that's interesting. The idea there is it's dropping treasure, maybe? Is that the idea there?
Yeah.
You get money if you kill it sometimes.
But also eventually, like the crystal shards were supposed to be used for something like.
Right, but you just
What?
did it. Oh, you mean like, oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to give it a 50% chance to drop special oil, which sells for some amount, right? I'm going to give it a 50% chance to drop nothing. Seems sort of fine, right? I'm just going to try
Yeah.
that. It seems like okay. No items. 0, 0. 50. 50, I don't know if 50 is high or low. I don't know, man. Is 50 too low? 50% of the time they do nothing. You get nothing from them.
Mm.
I don't know. It's hard. These are things that are kind of hard to balance sometimes, right? It's like what's fun, what's not fun, you know?
Yeah.
Do 75% chance instead then. 75% chance to drop something. Okay. And then under the monster interface, there's something else. See, by the way, a reason that's going to have to change too much things is because sometimes you have to change these things in multiple places. And if for example, you only change the monster, if you only change the monster interface that said it drops some other stuff now, I might think, oh, well, it's probably fixed in all the places, you know?
Oh. Yeah.
Just that sort of thing. So it was like, oh, okay, if you did here, probably did it in the two other places it has to go, that sort of thing too, you know, because maybe there's little spots. It's like it's easy for things to go to sort of be missed or something. Ideally, of course, everything would somehow have some sort of validation that would say, hey, you have this set as a loop, but it's not set in the master interface. But it's not that way, right? So okay, so the death loot is special oil. Like I like the intent of it and stuff like that. Like everything there is fine.
Yeah. So would it be better if I just copied like and didn't change?
I don't know.
Again.
I don't know.
And then we could have like a task for like.
Yeah,
setup,
probably. Just copy it and then we can talk about what it's supposed to do. And then
Yeah.
we can go in and actually tinker with the machinery and, you know, and actually then go in and be like, okay, here's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, because for testing, all I need is just like a different entity.
Yeah, you could just copy paste it for that. It's not like that you making changes isn't the big deal. It's just like it's just good to know what you changed for the next. Okay, where did this come from? And I always like to know what you copied.
Because my intention is really just for it to be like a placeholder, and then I just change.
Right,
the
then you're trying to
values
give it some
be
basic
like,
values to help with the placeholder
Yeah.
of it. I understand that.
But then, as you said, like
problem.
those placeholders could become permanent if no one.
Right,
knows.
that's the thing. Like sometimes you don't know. Like,
Placeholder.
like let's say you make the hit point like 10. Like it's hard to know. Like okay, do
Yeah.
you want it to be 10? I don't know. Like does he want it to drop special oil? Like was there a thought? Because maybe there wasn't a thought behind special oil. Maybe it was on accident. Maybe like oh I thought special oil was tier 2 for example. But you say oh no I knew it was tier 3. I want it to be tier 3. Like okay that's fine. But that's a different. Like okay yeah okay. Let's hear why you know. Container maximum capacity blah 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 blah. Okay. I'm also not gonna have him drop seeds because seeds are boring. I feel like no one wants seeds.
Yeah.
Seeds are like for trash or something, right?
Yeah.
That's just my thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I just feel like seeds
It's
are
like cool seeing like a.
right. Oh right, yeah, that'd be
mushroom
fun. We could do a lot of stuff like that. This guy's totally trying to come after my dude. Oh my god, this guy might die to this gigantic monster. God, monsters really need some sort of something on them, don't they? Like a level, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this guy might get killed by the slime, dude. He did 1 damage. It looks like something's broken with his when he takes. Oh my god, he has to 8 damage to this dude. He's murdered him.
That's bad.
Yeah, he murdered him, dude. His head is on top. He folded his head like a shirt. And then he just ate the dude too. Okay. Okay. That's cool though. It was fun. It's fun to have new monsters. It's very fun. It's a very fun monster. It looks really cool too. It looks really creepy. But anyway, wouldn't it be great to have levels? You can mouse over to select level
Yeah,
X
yeah.
or something. That task is there, I know, and stuff. But man, it should be nice just to see. Oh, okay, he's strong. Because you don't know unless you knew. Like, is the slime harder than the big toxic slime? I mean, you can look at their health, I guess. You know.
Also, maybe if there could be.
We could add it as an attribute, by the way. That'd be very easy and very fast.
Yeah.
We add it to the bottom left corner. You know, you can mouse over it, be like combat level. I'd prefer if you mouse over it to see it, of course. That'd be better, but it takes more time, you know.
You could see like the name, and then it says like a level.
By the way, I want a level, a numerical level, as opposed to an adjective. Like an adjective might say strong, dangerous, you know, harmless, right? But I don't like that because it's like, well, just give me a number. Like, is it a 1? Is it a 2? Okay, if it's a 20, no chance. If it's a 5, I can probably kill 5, but I can't kill a 35. You know what I mean? Like, that's easy.
Yeah. And the level should really correspond with the columns level.
Ideally, yes. Yes, ideally it should be calculated automatically based off of things like hit point, attack damage or something. It won't be perfect for monsters, but also as long as it's consistent for monsters, that's mostly okay too, by the way. Especially because the colonist overall level is going to be somewhat arbitrary. So, for example, if a colonist had 99 health and 1 strength and 1 speed, what is their combat level? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is it 99? Is it 30? You know, like it starts to get RuneScape style. So, like in RuneScape, your combat level, if one person has a higher combat level, the sum of their combat skills is higher, but it doesn't mean they're going to win the fight necessarily. Same with against monsters, so it gets weird. That's my point. But what I'm trying to say is that I think as long as monsters are consistent, it's okay if they're not exactly the same as a player. Like maybe a monster could be level 20 and a colonist is level 30, but a level 30 colonist can't necessarily kill a level 20 monster, but you kind of learn that. I'm saying I'm stressing that there definitely has to be consistency, but perhaps it's okay if as long as it doesn't deviate, the monster level doesn't deviate too far from the colonist algorithm for level. It's okay, probably, if they're not the same, but they have to be similar enough, you know, like 10, 20%. And then all monsters should use the same algorithm, I think, too, so you can compare two monsters, you know. I know that the goal, by the way, is you click on a colonist and say, okay, colonist is level 10, monster's level 15. Okay, this will be a tough fight. I better bring some med kits. That's the idea. That's the ideal. But then, you know, if we can't do that, well, okay, because colonist strength might be harder to determine, you know, colonist level and stuff.
Yeah. What if you could like see their strength and you can directly compare it, like, oh, their strength is this?
I don't know. That seems like too much data. Why not just give them one number? Seems like better. Just give them one, because like you could give them, you could show them like, for example, their health and the amount of damage they do and their hit chance and what have you. And also there's other things. There's other non-direct damage things that would make a monster harder. For example, if a monster infected colonists with something, or if it did like radiation damage to hurt organs, you know, that sort of thing. It's sort of like, okay. Or even like what if they're ranged, you know, like, oh, that might contribute to it a little bit. This is just little things. Because the purpose of the value is to let the player know how difficult is this monster going to be to kill, right? Or like, how likely is it going to kill my dudes or something like that. Should I be nervous? Should I fight this guy? Should I not fight this guy? He's got good loot. I want the loot. How do I get it? Like those sorts of questions.
Yeah.
Would be good to answer.
And also if a monster is easy to run away from, that's going to be a factor as well.
Yeah, but I think that doesn't
Maybe
affect the level.
Like a super...
Right. No. I'm with you. That's definitely a factor.
Like a super fast monster.
Right.
That's, you know...
But I don't really think speed should affect level. I feel like it should be like, okay, if we're in combat, we're both, you know, actively fighting each other, whoever has the higher combat level should more than likely win, unless there's some kind of intervention, such as health pack. By the way, pretty soon the colonists will be able to use items directly from their inventory and drop them. And there's all sorts of interesting one-shot items we can make just for fun. We can add relics, for example, like magical relics, like something. What's that?
Like a combat booster, like an adrenaline shot.
Yes, that type of one-shot. Yes.
Stim pack. Yeah.
Yes, stim packs. But what yes, that as well would be very good. But what I'm talking about here is more like relics, artifacts that the player finds, just sort of not generated procedurally, but just sort of like Terraria style magic items that are just weird things that do weird things, you know.
Something that creates like a shield around the columns.
Right, yeah, that'd be really fun. Yep. Maybe something that...
Or like an EMP blast that deals damage to robots.
Right. Maybe something that damages everything in a radius but has like a cooldown of 24 hours. Like that could be fun. You know, so again, these type of relics, so you can find like an alien artifact. It could be little things like replenishing oxygen, replenishing health once a day. We could add scape dolls if a colonist dies with this in their inventory. We've talked about that before. But if a colonist dies in their inventory, they just come back to life or something like that. There's lots of one shots that I think would be fun and would make exploring dungeons perhaps more interesting.
Could be really cool.
Go home,
like
right?
Emergency teleport somewhere.
Like Terraria has a mirror, so you can stay on the mirror. You just go back to your core if you use it. Like that could be fun as well, right? No matter where you are.
Yeah.
These sort of things would be very fun and very easy to implement because all you need to do is make a sprite, and then all we need to do is figure out something that's fun, and then all I need to do is just implement it. But if it's basic, it's pretty easy. You know, if it's just on item used, you know, move colonists.
And a teleporter could use like the Mega Man style, you know, zero spawning, despawning.
Yeah,
I think the Shamblers have that animation when they die, they just go like into the sky.
Yeah, but also it doesn't even need the animations. It could just literally warp immediately with no visuals. The visuals look better, of course, but it could be. And then things like a bubble shield would obviously need something else, but like a special something for temporarily. But I don't know, something like that could be fun. There's lots of stuff to find in dungeons, lots of relics, you know, I don't know, what have you. I was thinking of what other fun relics there could be. Okay, I just sent someone in to rescue. Get this back. This guy's got 18 health. What's their strength? 1. Well, whatever. Where are they at? Okay, they're inside, so let's give you a helmet. I can't draft them because their morale is a negative, and it's about to be a little bit worse. So we're going to pick them up. What happened to the slime monster? Oh, there it is. He's like hiding behind this fog of war. Okay. Fight slime monster. Big toxic slime. Probably won't drop anything. He's got 5 health left. He can do up to 8 damage, which is his max damage against me. 6. He's saying, screw you, slime. 7. Jesus. Oh my god, this slime monster is just too strong, dude. Maybe we need gear or something. Like, he's so powerful. He's so powerful. He killed 2 men. He's killed 2 of my men, Victor. He's about to kill a 3rd, by the way. Probably. We'll get them all back, though. I mean, all my dudes are, like, level 1, though. So, is it really fair to say that, like, it's too hard? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking also about, like, their inventory size. Because if they eat a lot of people, like, what will happen if they don't?
Special oil literally just sells for 600. It's not even worth it. It's garbage. It's a garbage thing to get. I didn't know it was sold for so little. I was saying it's like garbage. It's like I'd rather get... It's not worth it. It's not worth killing this monster.
I thought it sold for more.
But probably these things could change over time.
You can craft something with it, right?
Yeah, but you'd probably need the appropriate chemistry level. And if you had the appropriate level, you would just get the special oil for free.
Yeah.
From the Galarium.
Probably not worth that much because you're intended to use it for something.
Well, yeah, it's not worth that much because you can just make unlimited, basically. Also, though, I mean, the monsters have use beyond just what they drop, by the way. For training skills, what have you. It's like a guard as well. If you want to get some Galarium in here, like, oh no, there's a guard dog in here. Essentially, we got to kill first. Okay, so this guy is going to have to take a head. And... I guess I'll have him eat the other dude's head, his body. He'll become a cannibal, but I'll get the head back. Okay, I got 2 heads. And now he's pooping on the floor. We'll regrow them right quick. Can't walk to? Why? Oh, that's funny. I never actually made a path into this dungeon for him. I just picked him up and plopped him. 1.9k. Here comes the slime. Let me get some crystals up in here too. Someone's so sad because you got 2 heads. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to drop off both heads, and then we're just going to return to source. So we're going to reset. We're going to do a bit of a reboot. I wish I had a... Oh my god, this little punk just ate one of my things. Gather more
there's
resources.
a lot of slimes.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Get him. Get him. Alright, so I should probably just source this guy, right?
Yeah, since he's a cannibal.
Alright, wouldn't want any cannibals. Plus, he's had a hard day, you know? Alright,
What
this
is
guy
actually
should
the
talk to
negative?
this slime. Huh?
The only negatives of a cannibal is like if he gets really hungry, he will eat someone.
Yeah, he'll attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it. Otherwise, it's pretty normal,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
This guy just did a creepy face at this slime, I believe. Okay, head guy. I can't get over how much bigger their heads are now with the helmets. They look like there's a giant baby man with a big head in the Marvel universe. He's one of the Watchers, and that's what it always makes me think of now. Also, why did I only get one head back when I dropped 2 heads? That's not good.
Weird.
If I warp? Did something else happen to it, though? Like maybe it will come back? Someone lost a point in strength during the recycling process. Well, that's not very good. Do I need like another bet or something? I have 4.4k incoming, dude. I'm so good at this game, Victor. Okay, bedroll. Still can't make a bunk bed, but I'll make a bedroll, and I'll make a toilet. What's my oxygen situation like anyway?
Are you sure you didn't already grow the first person?
No, I don't think I did.
Fine.
Because I don't think I have anyone else to grow. Is it
So
possible that they were the space colonists? Could that be a thing? I dropped 2 heads off at once. That could have caused an issue as well. I
So you
suspect
used to
that
have
once I
4
warp... Yes,
4 columns, right?
correct,
Yeah.
correct. I suspect that once I warp something, it might fix itself. Or if I save load, it might fix itself as well. Look at that special oil. This is where a bunch of my men died.
Do you think it would still happen if you dropped like 1 head at a time?
I don't know. I don't know. This has happened to me before, though, where the heads just aren't there, and then they just come back later, so...
Yeah.
Which I guess is better than the alternative of them never coming back. I don't know. Just gonna warp somewhere else and see what happens. Because when you warp somewhere else, it will remove all the items that are outside the bounds. And I believe that when the head gets removed as a fallback, it returns its ego to the pool of grown things. That might not be true, but I think it does. It also, if that is true, then it would mean anytime you warp, if you're outside, if there's a head outside, you could regrow them without having to recycle them. I don't know if that's true, though. Also, the loading screen, we'll need one for when the player starts a new game as well.
Yeah.
Because the way the loading screen is implemented now is it doesn't actually work that great as a loading screen, because it has to play like in real time, and when it's loading, it doesn't visually do anything. So it can continue to be the same loading screen, but probably should just be using the same. Because if we're adding new loading screen for when you warp, we might as well just use it for when you press play to start a new game.
And we could put some information there like relevant to, you know, a new player.
Yeah. I was thinking tips, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Pizza!
Yeah, I meant like what?
I discovered pizza. There's also a mysterious probe here. I can see him spawning in right now before my very eyes.
Wait, how could there be pizza?
How can there be pizza?
Yeah.
Pizza's a rare item that spawns sometimes in space.
Oh, okay.
Just
I
like
thought maybe there was a portal and the
just
portal
like in
killed
real
like
life.
a
And
space colony.
murk somebody maybe immediately. They
Yeah.
became pizza. Yeah. In this case, there's a slime. There's another space colonist here. Isn't that fun?
A lot of dungeons.
Yeah, there's at least 3 here. The new layout looks a lot better too. Your idea of having the doors enter towards these first looks a lot better this way.
It's more fun to play as well.
I haven't decided that yet. I can't really tell. Because to me, it's like the same. Because the way you actually play dungeons is, you know, there's a difference between how you play them the first time and how you play them on subsequent passes and stuff like that. Like once you actually get into the gameplay loop of it, it's different than the first time. The first time was all about exploration and having fun. Does anything spawn on these potties? Probably nothing.
Maybe.
Also, this
I guess that's something to spawn inside, but they don't have any. Oh, they do have an inventory.
Does this sink? I mean, nothing has to spawn in them. I was just curious.
Yeah.
I can't select this sink for some reason. This
That's
wall
weird.
sink. It's like a collider issue, though, I think. Because I can select it for deletion.
No.
I think it's just some sort of clutter issue.
There's something else blocking somehow.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Because see, I can mouse over it correctly with the delete tool.
Yeah.
But maybe. Maybe. I mean, I doubt that it applies to other sinks. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just a little bug, you know. Whatever. Alright, let's look for another big slime to kill. And we're off. Blood, trash, you know, just the usual stuff. I have 6 food left. I like window floor. Actually a pretty good floor. Is there like a window floor here somewhere inside the space that you can't see? It doesn't look like a window floor, but there must be somewhere, huh? Let me jack some lights too, dude. Come here.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's up there where the slime is.
Ah, right there. I see. Yep. Works for me. I said no because it's easy to miss it. Are these worms doing anything? You think they want to be... They don't want to attack. Are these worms attacking me?
Worms.
Are they attacking my guy?
Following him?
They're definitely attacking, dude. Sometimes these worms, man, they become dicks, dude. They start swinging, dude. Fight. Come on, respond, punk. If I eat the worm meat, I should get some health back, right?
Yeah, but you can also get sick, right?
Yeah, you can, but like, whatever. The skin might change color. That's fun. Alright, a little more off from this guy. I can upgrade him real quick, though. He used to be a hitman? I mean, he should be totally fine killing worms. Imagine being a hitman and then later in life you have to kill worms, and that's your line. You know? Like, I will kill the worms. Come here, slime. Hey, look, it's Mango. Dude, check out. I think Mango's hostile now, so I should get the hell out of here, right? Ah! Mango will kill slimes, though, for me.
Yeah, and those are definitely like placed in the dungeon rooms. And because he didn't used to do anything, he was just standing there.
Yeah.
There's one room where he's standing and there's like a bunch of blood around him. So.
What does Mango drop anyway? I think he drops
Alcohol.
like moonshine.
Yeah.
He should drop like a data chip or something too.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable, right? Alright, Mango,
Like
just
a
stop being a
corrupted
dick.
data chip or something.
Yeah. Alright, stop going. Just alright, Mango's gonna probably kill him. That's okay though. Poor Mango. He says like, why? That's so funny. Okay, get him. What's Mango even doing? I don't know.
He's chasing the
Oh, he just swung back, just so you know. And my dude like almost got one shot because he's so weak already.
Oh shit. Oh.
Yeah. Mango wasn't even doing anything, dog. This guy just won't stop, man. This is a space colonist, though. They don't matter. He's like, no, please, don't hit me. And he's like, shut up, Mango. You're just a robot. I'm Rory Copeland. I used to be a hitman. Mango's like, stop. Stop. It's interesting that Mango just doesn't seem to want to fight him, but he is attacking him sometimes. This guy is really just a punk, dude. He's swearing at Mango. Mango's trying to get away. Mango doesn't want to die. You know, nobody wants to die. No, please. What's Mango's aggression? He must have a high flee chance or something. Mango's kind of a punk, huh?
Is that like his only response?
He's probably fleeing. When they flee, they probably display that speech bubble of sad. I'm scared. That's my guess. He seems to be fleeing. Doesn't that seem to be the case to you? He's not approaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every time he gets hit, he gets a sad face. So I think every time he just starts fleeing again, he's like, why? What's the worms doing? What's the worms like on Mango's side? This Mango just getting clobbered, dude. Just never wants to kill a person. He attacked that worm, I think. I think he just messed up that worm, dude. Ben Quintana brain was damaged. My guy has brain damage. Look in the bottom right corner. He's got brain damage. Huh. But you're not
Like
Ben. Who the hell's
health.
Ben? Just some other guy got damaged? Who's this guy? How'd his brain get damaged? He's
Wait,
just
you're back to 4
incompetent.
people? Did you regrow someone or?
No, I got
find
Space
someone?
Colonist.
Oh, okay.
What happened here? Yeah, I'm sure he just fought somebody. He won though, so not really my problem. All right, where's the other guy? Ooh, here's an alien. Oh no! I hope that the probe doesn't have the Xeno faction. I hope nobody ever attacks him because it'll be really bad if they do. Okay, Mango is probably still running for his life, literally. This guy doesn't care though. There's so many worms in here. We don't have a high spawn chance. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Did he just talk to Mango about sleeping? Or did he talk to the worm about sleeping? He's literally just in the middle of trying to murder Mango, which is like, sleeping's good. I like my bed. Dude. Is he gonna stop punching Mango? Is that what's happened here? He no longer wants to punch Mango? I think a slime just hit him. I think a worm just hit him, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you instead, worm. Yep, it seems like the worms are now ganging up on this guy. For some reason. And he's just going to start bashing them. He increased his strength to level 3. Not so bad. His health is 11, so he's pretty tough. His strength could be higher, but we'll get it there. No problem.
I don't think the worms have like an attack animation because when they were made, the intention was that they were always would be passive.
It's probably okay that they don't. It's like even if they attack, you get it. Like it's not confusing. You know. He's on free time. Not anymore. The slinker's coming right for you, bro. Okay. Let's see if I eat this. He's got 30. He's got 13 health. He should have at least 14 after I eat it, because I think most raw foods doesn't do that much. But still 14 and 15, and then cooked food restores a lot more health. Okay, so where's Mango? Because he thought he could escape, but he literally needs to understand he can't escape me. And also, I need to find a malfunctioning robot right quick, which is Mango. And look at his aggression. And make sure it's good. Weapon. Target. Fight instigator. Aggression required to fight. 99. Interesting. Let's make it low, or just make it low. Low. So he'll just attack them more frequently. His aggression's bad. His aggression required to fight was a positive 99. So if he wasn't mad, he would just stop fighting, which is what's happening here. Mango's a good guy. He's like, don't kill me. I don't want to die. And my guy doesn't care. Because for science, Mango, we got to see if he can drop some moonshine for us. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. We'll light up the fight scene for him, too. Let's just lock that door so Mango can't get out. And we're going to start blasting. Punch him. Get him. Get him. Oh! The last thing Mango ever did was make a sad face. One of my guys died, by the way. I wasn't paying attention. Who murdered him? Was it the worms? Man, these worms, I tell you what, dude. They are aggressive. So, hold on real quick. Let me find this worm. And figure out why these worms are always murking people. Maybe maybe they're a variant of something. Aggression required to fight 0. Let's just up that a little bit.
From the factions.
Huh?
Affecting them.
No.
The factions.
No, I think that what it was is just that the worms are a variant of monster entity, and I think I changed the aggression required to fight a monster entity from like 100 to 0. And I think that just propagated down to the worms. I think that's what happened. I could be wrong though. That's my suspicion. Alright, well that guy's dead. I've had 4 deaths so far. There's another Mango too. Look at that. All assigned tasks finished. Okay. We can just go do whatever he wants to do after this, I suppose. Go here, buddy. Ugh. From T-Sync. I would love a humanoid type monster. That'd be fun. Another dungeon would be fun too. The starting supplies are nice. I wonder if, I don't know, if there's a better way to portray them to the player though. The intention of starting supplies is to make it help the player a little bit, but also to teach them some basic fundamentals. So I don't know. I don't know. It's nebulous. I don't know. IDK. Alright, I've unlocked a bunch of miscellaneous things though, like this glass floor. If I just replace my whole base with glass floor. If I just replace it in sections with glass floor. Let's find non-monster things to do real quick. Alright, we're gonna have a gigantic terraforming project in a second. Remember how we used to have build bots? How long ago that was, man? What a different game that was back then, huh?
Yeah. I need to find a charging cable for my headset.
Sounds serious.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Alright. So we've lost one guy. Let's see if I can regrow somebody, though. I cannot. I don't know if anybody's outside. If they are, they're gone forever. I don't care, you know? We're just going to go somewhere else. Just going to keep going on and on and on. We should we should watch GTA 6 leaks on stream. Like, just do something that's like going to get us in the most trouble possible. Like real trouble, you know? And then Shakush can be like, guys, did you stream the leaked Grand Theft Auto footage for several hours in stream? And we'd say, no, we didn't do that. And then they pulled like a clip. They'd be like, what's this then? And I'd be like, GTA 6 leaks. They'd be like, okay. Ugh. Boy, I'm tired, dude. Oh, man. I just got over like the other sickness, like the diarrhea sickness, and like today my throat hurts. My daughter too had diarrhea. Gave her a bunch of juice yesterday. Last 2 days she's had just the poopiest diapers in the morning, and she doesn't poop in her sleep because she's like old now, like 2.5 or something, you know. So everyone's just sick. Ooh, I got a mysterious egg. Ezra Fowler. Is Ezra Miller a famous actor?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
Where the fuck are my cable then?
Just waiting for these guys to do something. Ugh, man. Oh, we have kids, you're always sick, you know? Those punks always getting sick. Yeah, these worms, dude, real dicks, aren't they? I have to change monsters, I think, so that somehow they'll always respond if they get attacked before they didn't, which might sound like, well, they should. Well, of course they should. That's why I changed it. So now if like anything attacks a monster, they'll attack it no matter what it is. Like if a slime attacks a slime, they'll attack it, I think. That's not an example that would happen, I don't think, ever. But previously, like if a zombie attacked a slime and the slime wouldn't set up to attack zombies, it would just let the slime kill it, or let the zombie kill it. Like, it wouldn't fight back at all. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna surround everything. What's this mango doing? Just wandering? Probably. Mango's a real slut sometimes. Wanders around into other people's property. Respect my authority. It's me. Hey guys, it's me, Mango. From Starmancer. Where did Mango go? Is he in the walls? He must be in the walls somewhere. I have like no people, like no humans left. I also don't have enough DNA frags to grow anybody. Because everybody died. And I didn't bother to get their bodies back. Hey, there's a cuddler here. Look at this. You think Mango will fight the cuddler? I hope so. Probably not because of his aggression, though. Because he needs a different aggression. But maybe eventually he'll fight that cuddler. I kind of want to get this ore. There's a couple zombies there, but like, who cares? Yeah. What if you like change some of the like resources in the game so you can't really sell them, or if you can, you can't sell them for a lot. Like if ore, this is always one thing we've talked about, of course. Like if ore had more of a purpose, like if you really needed the metal and you were excited when you saw it, in the same way that like water has a purpose and you only collect water if you want it and need it. You know, it'd be nice if ore was like that.
Yeah.
And silicon and stuff too. But we just need something to do with it. Like making gear, what have you. You know, upgrading your base was a example someone gave last week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago maybe. Like that would be a good one, you know? Just because like, okay, I need it. Cool, I'm happy I got it. Ugh. Well, my intention for playtesting today, by the way, was the incubation tank change and the starting supplies. So it's not like that exciting. It's just that's just sort of what it was.
How do you feel about the starting supplies?
The debris that spawns around your base?
Yeah.
I like the intention of them. The implementation right now is okay. Could be better though. The real intention is that it teaches the player about interacting with things in the world.
Yeah.
More so than that it gives them starting supplies. Because we could just give the player food. That's no problem. Like it's just like we used to. We could just give them those foods. But then they don't really learn anything.
Yeah.
And
it's nice if you have to work for it a bit.
Right. And there's like a disconnect between how do I get food, you know. Because when you just give them starting supplies, they just think, oh, here's 10 food. I better never lose this because I won't get it again. You know, like, I don't know how to get it again or something like that. Or they'll think everything's fine, but it's not fine.
Yeah.
That's hard.
You only have 4 rations left.
Yeah, but they're not going to make it that long anyway. Also, I just lock this door. Then they won't get in anyway. There's a mango somewhere, but I don't know where. Oh, there he is. A lot of slime. I think it's just because all these bases just kind of spawn together. There's a mysterious egg right there. They very rarely spawn out here. That's kind of an interesting find. They very, very rarely spawn out there. Interesting. Interesting.
Like an asteroid cave filled with eggs would be really cool to find.
Yeah, it would be. Have a couple colors in there or something. Sure.
Yeah.
What the hell's this? The rainbow mushroom also bugged. You know why? Did the sprite sheet change or something?
No, but it looks like it's using the wrong material.
god, I had to pee. So freaking bad. Okay, hopefully now if I generate this thing, it'll work a bit better. What has happened here? What was that? It was weird. There's no weird spot, wasn't it? Okay, Ricardo, what I need to do is just turn off Fog of War and Dungeons. That should be fine. Then I'm good. I'm good then. And then we'll see what happens, Captain. And hopefully the Rainbow Mushrooms work. I discarded the changes to them, so I reverted my changes to them. So if the Rainbow Mushroom's good, then I fixed it. Otherwise, I did not. But that's about the time that punk hung up on me. Nobody likes you when you're 23. Freshman year. My friend said I should act my age. What's my age again? Ooh, what's my age again? There's a Shambler too. We could definitely rebalance some a bit, I bet. I'm just gonna retry it and see what happens this time. What happened to the music anyway? I noticed it stopped when I was programming, but I didn't want it then anyway, so it's like whatever. Just keep it off. I don't think I paused it myself, but I might have like this. Without thinking. I don't usually listen to music when I work. I listen to nothing. I'll just fall asleep. I'm just gonna sleep on stream. I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take a nap. I'm just gonna sleep. I just sleep like this. Just sleep. Okay. There it is. What the hell was that noise? I mean, there's gotta be a faster way that I can spawn these eye portals. Isn't there? A random visitor event, perhaps? Would that work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not doing anything. Nothing's happening. Nothing seems to be happening. What's this one? I don't see anything either. Do you see anything happening? I don't see anything happening. But eventually we'll get that eye portal or a mushroom. One of those two things. It can't be that hard to get them, right? Unless I broke it to the degree that you can't see them anymore. But I hope not. Live now, HCS Orlando Major 2022. There's some sort of Halo tournament going on. Is that today? At 12 p.m. Eastern. Oh. Okay. But where to actually watch it? Twitch. YouTube. Is it live right now? The Halo tournament? Major day 1. HCS. Is this a free-for-all day, probably? Probably, right? It's probably a free-for-all day. First day of the tournament. Okay, maybe I've just... How are there no rainbow mushrooms? They're not that rare. You know? Not that rare to get a rainbow mushroom, right? But that's about the time that punk hung up on me. Ah. There's one right there. Doesn't look like it's fixed. Looks like it's fixed now. Cool. Cool. Presumably the... Oh, and there's an eye portal as well. So it looks like they're both fixed. So it was a code change. So I'll wait for Victor to get back so I can tell him it was a code problem. And not something on his end. But if he's not back in like 10 seconds, I'm not going to say it. Because I'm about to end this stream. That's why. I'll still tell him if he comes back. Okay, I gotta delete these, and let's push stream. Push it. And what else? Anything else exciting? If anybody's here that wants something exciting real quick before I go. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna take a nap and get some nachos. That's my plan. Nachos. So, it's a good plan. It's Friday. Watching my nephew tonight, having a slumber party. That should be fun. This is just my son's birthday. He got a bunch of presents, so he's pretty excited, I imagine, to show them off to his cousin, who's like 3 months older than him, so my son's 4. So a pretty big deal. He's got some Avenger toys. Got a couple of Nerf guns, you know. Remote control car, you know. Pretty hypey. Just waiting for Vicky Poo. Vicky is AFK. He's in the AFK channel right now. Because he was gone for so long. Do you think he's here and just doesn't realize he's in the AFK channel? Because sometimes he'll listen to the stream. Perhaps he'll hear, oh, I'm not here. Or not. I don't know. 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 Just waiting. Just still buying some time slightly. That's nice. Is this it? Is this it? That's all we got? No more? No mas? Because there's no more, there's no more. I guess there's no more. We'll just revert. And we'll push. And I guess this is it. I guess Victor's not coming back from the bathroom. I guess he'll never come back. You guys remember like 2 weeks ago when Victor's like, be right back? And he went to the store and bought like alcohol or something? I don't know if you guys remember this, but it happened like 2 weeks ago. He's vanished. He's like, I go to the bathroom. And like 2 hours later, I'm like, where'd you go? He's like, I had to get some beer because it was going to close soon. I was like, okay. Is that where he's at right now? Is he at that liquor store? Getting Svidka? All right, he's not coming back. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Farewell. I'll be here next week. And soon, this content will go live. I don't know when, though. A couple months, probably. Maybe December. Because it's like a time frame. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's it. Is that it? What do I do in the meantime? I'm just going to keep biding my time. I might play that shooter game. That looked pretty fun. While I wait. Okay. All done. Meet at my house. I mean, Starmancer stream's done, so let's go. I'm gonna open up Steam real quick while I bide some time. Potion Permit. Oh, I thought this was a different game I'd already seen. It's a top seller. My brother's here, just lurking. I'm actually about to get nachos with my brother. We got a new bong, the freeze pipe. It's pretty sick. It's a freeze bong. It's pretty sick. So that's sort of the plan. But I kind of want to put, like, while I wait, I could do something else. What is this? Dungeon Defenders. That's not very fun. I would do the Cycle Frontier because that is pretty fun, except I'm a little tired to be thinking, like, at all. Mountain Blade Bannerlord. Now that might be kind of fun. Retry sync, please. PlanetSide 2 also could be pretty fun. Y'all ever play V Rising? That's pretty good too. Fucking my brother just capping in the chat, dude. Just can't respond via text message. Can only fucking respond here in this format. Oh my god. All right, well, Victor's not coming back. So, all right. Okay. 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 God, I kind of want to play some Mountain Blade, though, real quick. If I just press play. Where was I at last time? Where was I at? Continue. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. It almost crashed. You see that? It almost crashed live on stream, but it didn't. And that's the important thing. Mountain Blade's one of my favorite games, dude. It's a really good game. Ben, I'm just waiting for you to come over. That's what I'm killing time right now, just so you know. Like, I'm just, because otherwise I would just sit on my couch or something and watch another episode of The Dahmer Show, which was pretty good. Also, I kind of want to watch a horror movie tonight. That'd be fun in the shed. That could be fun. Just got to figure out a movie to watch. I figure I could use my laptop for that. Victor, you back?
Yeah. Oh, didn't you hear? I said I'm back.
I heard a noise. I heard a sound, and I was like, "Is that you?" The issue, I fixed the issue with... what's that? I fixed the issue with the Rainbow Mushroom and the Abyss Light Portals because I made a change in the code that broke it.
Okay, but it probably should have separate keys anyways, right?
Yeah, well, that's what. Yeah. So the issue is that they had the default key, and that's not correct.
Yeah.
It just never caused issues before because it didn't matter. And then there was an issue with the sprite renderers where if something. Okay, this is too loud. There's an issue with the sprite renderers where if an object was created after the sprite renderer was instantiated, it often couldn't find it correctly. And this was the case with like body parts, what have you. And so I was like, okay, we'll just link it. If it's got the same key, let's just find it manually. If you know, it's no problem, right? If it's got the key, we got the key. We were supposed to have it anyway. That's no problem. It's something like that. And then when I did that, and there were multiple renders with the same key defaults, like, okay, well, they weren't set up correctly, and it was never noticed. So it was one of those issues where, like, my code change probably shouldn't have broken it, but my code change was bad because when you change things, you need to make sure that when you're programming things, you got to make sure that everything is still backwards compatible, you know? So. Okay. How do I change the games version? How does that work? It says change games version, but I don't understand how to do that. Do I just restart the game and it'll just kind of work or something? Yeah. No. This is not my first time playing. But I don't understand how to make this work. I'm on day 694. This save file is from a game version that's older than 1.7. Please switch your game version to 1.7. Load the save file. And I'm on 1.5. How do I get to 1.7? Do I set the, is there like an update or something? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. I don't know. Also, Planet Side could be really fun sometime too. Planet Side's very fun. Planet Side 2. I don't understand how to do this. Mountain Blade Bannerlord. So I don't know what to do. How do I play my game? I just want to play the old save. I was a trader for a long time. TRADD. I last played it, I think, over 18 months ago on my birthday. I bought Mountain Blade on my birthday, and I played it all day. That was like my birthday present to myself. But how does it work? I don't know. I guess let's do Planet Side instead. Oh my gosh, do I really need to have an account name and stuff like that? Oh my god, shut up. You have no idea how awful the Daybreak launcher is because you have to enter your password, but you can't do it like online. You have to like enter, and I'm like, I have to remember my username and password. Who remembers username and passwords for obscure things? Daybreak Games. Ha ha ha. Daybreak Games, get it? I can't believe they sold H1Z1. Isn't that nuts, dude? Passwords should be under autofill. Where the heck are those at? Privacy and security. Passwords. Did you hate when like Google or whomever just changes where things are located in the settings? Particularly my passwords. They're under autofill. And what's this called? Daybreak? My password is Miller Shasky. I see. That's not my password. My username is Miller Shasky. Like, to me, remembering my username is just as hard as remembering my password, if not harder. But anyway, I think they sold PlanetSide, Victor, and to a different company, and they are like updating it and stuff, which is kind of nuts. So it's a pretty old game. Okay, Battle Eye. Okay. If I have to restart my game, I'm not doing it. Like if I have to restart my computer, I'm not playing this right now. But I love me some PlanetSide. I can only play for like 5 minutes. My brother will be here in like 5 minutes. I'm just killing time. I was just gonna play the other game, just run around, get in a battle, maybe. You know, slice some people's heads off, that sort of thing. Of what, Mountain Blade? You can do that? How do you do that? Oh, I was like, you did? I was like, what? No, I don't think so. I mean, I doubt it. Maybe you can somehow. I don't know, though. Because it's so single player based. I just don't see how it would work. They have to change a lot of the mechanics, I feel like. But I don't know. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Let me. Let me. Hold! Brothers, hold! Well, you could play like Chivalry or something if you just want the combat. No, they don't. They aren't any horses. But I mean, in terms of the rest of it, you kind of get it. Let's try full screen. What if I just go full screen, full screen? Will it now work? Can it now find the full screen window that I am looking for? Which is this one. Window. PlanetSide 2. Okay. 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 But it's not capturing PlanetSide 2 though, is it? What is this sensitivity even, bro? Why is this so low? I think my settings got reverted, dude. Or didn't keep or something, didn't take. So if it won't do it this way, it'll do it, let's do a window capture instead. And the window is set to be quick. Hopefully nothing weird happens. Okay, just Chrome. You can't even find it? I can do Steam, I can do Discord, I can do Chrome. Discard. 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 Okay. Guess I'm ending the stream then.